Hey friend, this is Dan Smith. In today's video, I'm going to talk about fear versus faith. And I've shared on some of my last videos how I changed professions. I've been in the same profession for 36 years. And I needed to change professions a few years ago. I wasn't qualified to do anything else other than what I'd already been doing for the last 36 years. Okay? And that put me into a state of fear. And so I've been studying this subject for a while now, and what I found out is fear is holding a mental picture of what you don't want to happen. Okay? But faith is holding a mental picture of what you do want to happen. So here's what happens. Your brain, or your mind, you have two sections of your mind. You have what's called a conscious section of your mind. You have what's called a subconscious section of your mind. And your conscious section of your mind is where you live all day long. That's where you're at when you're awake. Okay? But then you have what's called a subconscious mind, and that controls. It's like an iceberg. It's like the top of an iceberg that shows out of the water is a very, very small section. But then the section of the iceberg below the water is massive. And so what happens when you hold a mental picture of fear in your mind, what happens is that sinks down into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind tries to return back to you what it thinks that you want. And so when you hold a mental picture of fear, your subconscious mind creates more fear in your mind. It rushes fear over you, gives you a sense of panic, a sense of like I can't breathe, like somebody's got their hand on your throat and they're choking off your breath from you. And what it does, it keeps you stuck. Okay? So how do you change that? Well, it's very easy. You begin to hold a mental picture of what you do want to happen. Okay? You got to focus in on the positive. You have to eliminate the negative. And the way that you focus in on the positive is reading books, reading, and I'm not talking about novels here. I'm talking about books like Think and Grow Rich, like How to Win Friends and Influence People, things that put good stuff in your mind. Okay? And so over time, if you'll read books like that, and you begin to learn these new ideas, and then you visualize, you write down your goals on a piece of paper, and then you visualize yourself living that goal, living the finished product, and you imagine how you would feel living out that goal, how great it would be, you know, when you realize something great. And over time, that fear gets watered out. It gets milked down. Okay? And then you develop what's called faith. And as you move forward with faith, as you take action, you'll begin to replace that fear altogether with a sense and emotion of faith, with strength, and it'll take on a whole new life of its own. So, keeping this video short, I'm gonna cut it off right here. This is Dan Smith. I hope this helped you in some way. You have a fantastic day. I'll catch you on the next video. So bye for now.